Let there be peace and love among all beings of the universe. Let there be peace, let there be peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaskar, Namaskar. Dear Papaji, up till 5 years ago I had several occurrences or experiences which I can only describe as enlightenment. So will you quote one of them which you called enlightenment experience?
One day, well, for quite some time I was on my own and meditating for probably 3 months. And one day I was looking at clouds and I'd just been reading something about nothingness. And then somebody said the word to me and everything seemed to stop. And I just started laughing and laughing and laughing, and everything seemed completely hysterical. And I felt like nothing mattered anymore, that I just felt that I'd returned home. And I was like that for quite some time. And then I lost that space.
I see.
That's happened several times.
Yeah, right. It's quite enough. I know what the trouble was. Had you met a teacher at that time, this would have been the final experience, you see. Unless you know, unless it's tested, verified by a teacher, you can misuse it and even throw it away.
In order to succeed, Papaji, is it necessary to have a master who is himself spiritually realized?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Otherwise, how to know that you are on the right track?
Many people in the West, Papaji, have spent a long, long time looking for a realized master. What advice can you give them? How would you advise them to conduct a search for a fully enlightened being?
They cannot find a true master, cannot be seen by the eyes. Cannot be seen by the eyes. Therefore, if they try to see by their senses, they can't make a good judgment, because master is beyond the senses and beyond any judgment. You can't see. If you feel your mind is quiet and you feel some kind of happiness and peace, and that can be the outer symptoms of a teacher, and only those people who are intensely devoted to freedom, they can only sense it, not others. So when you go to a teacher, you keep quiet. You need not give any question. Don't expect any answer. You just see, sit quiet and feel if your mind is quiet or not. If it is quiet, then you expect this is the man who can teach you. This is the man who is worth staying near. If you are very intensely in want of this thing for freedom and you don't understand, so this freedom out of compassion takes a physical form to speak to you in your own tongue, so that you understand what is freedom, and then it teaches that I am your own self. And then it enters your own self and becomes one. This is the role of the teacher, to point out to you, I am yourself, I am that itself. This is the role of the teacher. For some time it becomes a teacher to just apprise you of the fact that you are that, you don't listen. Therefore, he becomes teacher. That becomes teacher to tell you, you are that itself. And then you see teacher and you is one.
Everyone who comes to you, you are encouraging them to look for their own self. Why are you doing this? What motivates you to do this?
My own happiness, because they are sleeping and they are suffering. When the treasure is within them,
He's from England. David. David Goller. David, shoot good. David.
Getting on to the scorecard.
17 overs, Papaji.
Occupied by spectators.
405.
405.
Once again for you.
30 each.
People who haven't bought tickets, I'm sure the authorities out here in that stadium. And that was 1983. We are now in 1993.
this is a ring, you know. It is round, isn't it? 1 centimeter, call it whatever it is, you see. I can call it half an inch. Its diameter, and then it is circumference, then it is circumference, then it is made for this purpose. Ring, name, form. Its name is now ring, you see. Name is ring, form is something round which we put on the finger. What else do you see?
What it's made of? It's made of gold.
This is the shop of an Indian goldsmith. A woman, bored with a piece of gold jewelry she has worn for many years, has decided she wants something new. Instead of buying a new item to add to her collection, she has decided, in keeping with local customs, to have her old piece melted down and refashioned into something new. As the gold is melted down and reshaped, what changes and what remains the same? Different forms made of gold, such as rings or bracelets, don't lose their fundamental nature, their goldness, when they appear in different forms. Only the names and shapes are different. When you look at a piece of jewelry, you see the form and call it a ring, a bracelet, a chain, or a necklace. The gold, the real abiding nature of the jewelry, is temporarily forgotten. Look around you, at your own body, at the names and forms of all the things and people around you. Be aware that the form, the person you take yourself to be, is just an appearance, and that your real substance, your real nature, cannot ever change.
So ocean will take care of you. Consciousness is the ocean, and only your separation was your arrogance, like a bubble floating in the lake. A bubble floating in the lake. I am independent, I can walk, and this lake is dead. She cannot walk, she is lying dead. I am beautiful, I have my own tent canopy, luster, my own shape, my own name, and my own form. I can go wherever I like. Isn't it? And when it breaks, what will happen? Again becomes the lake. It never knew it was always the lake, part of the lake. It was the lake. Even the name was different. This separation, that bubble is different than the lake, was arrogance of this thing. It will break sometime. It will stay, but if it knows I am the lake itself, I am the same water as the lake is, then it can enjoy name and form for some time. So this is arrogance. Our separation from the consciousness itself is arrogance, egotism. That's why we suffer. If we know it is awareness and consciousness itself, you will never suffer.
When tremendous devotion to the Guru arises, do you permit the devotee to devotion to your form?
There are also, but none of them belong to the West, because they have sold their mind and their bodies already to somebody else, because unsmelt flower is offered to God. Who has got unsmelt flower means unsmelt heart. Whose heart is there which has not been smelt by someone else? How can you offer that flower to God?
Master, what is surrender in the context of bhakti, and especially of Guru bhakti? What is surrender?
Surrender means surrender your ahankar, your ego, your separation, and merge with the Guru, with the devotion, with the Lord. I am the Lord itself, surrendered, and keep quiet.
Is that surrender gradual or immediate?
Immediate. Surrender is immediate, you see.
Can there not be a growth in love? Does not love seem to become greater and greater? Can surrender not become more and more
love
complete?
is fathomless. Love is fathomless. The more you dive into the love, the more you want to love again, more you get into the depth of love, you see. You don't want to come to the surface again.
What happened when you first saw him?
It didn't happen in time. I was sitting. At that time I used to do sadhana, and at one moment everything got caught inside, like an enormous whirlpool. And this consciousness of I, this feeling of I, vanished. And there was a cave, and in that cave a flame was burning, a very tiny little flame with enormous intensity. And in the center of that flame there's something else. And how this flame burns, I cannot describe with words. It is a beauty which is not describable.
And that is your present experience of yourself and of Papaji?
In that moment was the recognition of myself, himself.
You quite clearly manifest an enormous amount of love and devotion towards him. Where does that come from?
That is that.
Is it love for him, Papaji, love for your own self? Can you distinguish?
No. It is all him.
I recognize you shining bright now with my heart. All my questions have been answered. This is so beautiful. Now I am drowning in the self, in love without an object. To love so very vulnerable, yet nothing can touch me. No need to do anything. Now I appreciate the preciousness of this shining jewel. What a treasure. Funny how it has always been here, but unrecognized. My love is gratitude itself. Thank you. Om. Who's Om? Come. Will you come here? Sure. Oh, you. I have never read anybody writing to anyone, I have drowned in the self. Did you receive any such letter? Nobody. Drowned in the river, I have heard, no? And drowned in the ocean, I have heard. My friend drowned in the ocean. But drowned in the self, I have no. And now you are enjoying what a lovely drowning. Those who know the taste of this drowning, they only can enjoy it. Very few.
It's just a release to be. It's just such a release to be. The suffering that's been there has just vanished in the drowning. And I just feel love all over. Thank you.
Goodbye.
From 2:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Indian time.
Gopal. Gopal was yellow. We will give this fax to Gopal and let it go. Satsang.
Yes.
Madhukar is there, Bharat Mitra will be there, and send this fax.
Yes. And it's so much fun. I mean, I've never laughed so much. Sometimes with Papaji, my face muscles just ache. I had 4 children, 4 grandchildren, they're all grown up now, but I remember when my babies were very small, they were so beautiful and pure, and they'd give you these innocent smiles back, and you just could not resist smiling and smiling and laughing till you got this kind of muscle ache. And that's what I have again now around Papaji. I'm so happy and I laugh so much.
When you go home and people ask the inevitable question, what happened to you? How are you going to tell them in terms they can understand?
I'm going to laugh. I'm sure they can understand laughing. Apart from that, I don't really know.
The other song is gone. If you laugh like this in your country, what will they do? I know what. They will put me away. It's not allowed to laugh, you know that? I know. I was in Berlin traveling, walking in the night, because they say night in Berlin, you might have heard, evening in Paris, night in Berlin. So it was past 10, so I was walking, and one girl, she may be on a trip, I can't say. Young girl, she was laughing and laughing in front of us. I liked her very much, she was laughing. And then immediately one police van came, 2 policemen came out of the van, and then they put her and loaded her into the van and frisked away. I didn't know what is it. She's going her way on the footpath. She's not making any nuisance to the public. And then I asked one of my friends who was German, no, she's misbehaving. And you belong to?
German.
So song, what about the song? So about the, you are going to sing your first
Yes,
sequence.
no, the song is...
Coming, very good.
It's been a long, long search, and I've been working like a dog.
when anybody laughs, he has no mind, no thought, no problem, no suffering.
So long as the laughter persists, there is no mind.
No mind, yes, you try. You see, people, those who don't laugh, they have got mind and they look very serious and many problems also. So they have mind because for any problem, suffering, you need mind. It's the mind that suffers. So you laugh away. Any problem comes, you laugh away. And it goes away, it runs away, it flies away.
So is laughter, Papa, a response to an absence of pain and suffering in the mind? When all mental problems go, laughter spontaneously arises.
Of course, yes. Only man who has got rid of all problems, he laughs, he dances. All problems, he has only to dance and only to laugh, you see. There was one saint, he was living on the top of a mountain, midnight, full moon, and he started laughing and laughing. All the people of the village woke up. What happened to this monk? All they went on the top of the hillock, asked him, sir, what happened? Oh, look, there's a cloud, there's a cloud. Many people see the cloud, but who laughs? It is for the one who has no mind. Anything he will see, it gives him occasion to laugh. Because he becomes that thing, you see. At that time, cloud is there, and moon is behind, and this is enough to laugh. Yes.
So when you see the world, Papaji, you mostly laugh at it. You think it's all a big joke?
I only joke. What else is it? I don't study any sutras. I have never studied any sutras, nor I refer to any sutras. I make joke only.
My name is Atmananda, and how I came to Lucknow was through meeting Gangaji in Europe, and after meeting her I had no choice but coming here.
What happened there that convinced you that you had to come?
The seeing of who I am.
What were you expecting or hoping when you came here?
Being with Gangaji, or in the time after being with Gangaji, there was a great experience of peace, of happiness. I drove taxi for 1.5 months in Copenhagen, and I had previously, earlier, sworn that I would never drive taxi again, but I actually enjoyed every minute, and I drove about 18 hours every day.
Would you say that your eye is gone, that your mind has gone?
Yes, I would say so.
Would you please explain to a rather skeptical Western audience how you can drive a taxi for 18 hours a day without a mind?
Well, there's all the automatic things that the mind seemingly takes care of. But how to explain that nobody is actually there doing it? It is just happening. This I cannot explain, this you have to experience.
Did you do it better? Was the job done better?
I can say I had fun. And yeah, I can just say that through all experiences, fun and peace and bliss was there.
Dearest Papaji, please let me understand about the nature of service. Nature of service? What do you actually mean by understanding the nature of service? I don't understand. Nature of service, I don't understand. Because if it is service, you don't need to understand. You must have some interest in service, therefore you like to understand. They don't say that I am serving you. So this becomes a missionary service, you see. Declaring that I am serving the poor people, I am helping the poor, so there must be some interest in it. Wherever this service is going on, there must be some interest. Best service could be, which you say, to enlighten a man, remove his or her ignorance so that he doesn't suffer any long. That's the best you can do, and that one only can do who has no self-interest. The one who has any self-interest, it will not work. Yes. Who is the other to whom you want to serve? Who is the other? Who is the other? All are your parts, you see. All are your parts. It's only one. Why do you divide? Everything, all beings, humans, animals, birds, plants, rocks, all these, sum total of this is you, to whom you will serve. How beautiful this will be if you behave like that. If we behave like this, what do we lose? Then there will be peace among us in the universe also. Then there will be no frontiers also. Then we will not fight also.
Some power is compelling you to give satsang, yes?
Some power is like this thing. Now I want to drink water. I say, Punja ji, pick up the glass. Yes, sir, I picked up, put it in the mouth. I put in, drink. I drink like this thing. What difference is this? Now I have not commanded the hand. It's all me, you see. People who are benefited and not others, you see. Hand is my own. And my stomach is my own. And requirement is my own, you see. Who are others? Who is other? Who is first of all ignorant? I don't believe. Who wants to be free? I don't believe. Who is not free? I don't believe. So they are joking. I am in trouble. I am bound. So I am also joking. You are not bound, you are free. It takes long time. No, now itself. All this is a joke. I take it a joke, you see. I am a bound is it not a joke? Because they don't show me the chains, nor the fetters, nor the prison. What kind of jail is this thing? Simply this. So it's a big joke. I enjoy this joke.
So when you look at people in satsang, Papaji, you only see enlightened people who are pretending not to be enlightened?
Oh, it's a difficult question, but I have to answer because I answer all questions. First of all, I all absorb them and give them seat in my heart. In my heart, you see. As the lover gives seat to the beloved in his heart, always seated. So I open here. You all sit in my heart and we will speak together, yes sir. You are not apart from me. Within the heart, you are in my heart. Let us speak. We speak, you see, just like on the stage. We speak, yes.
When you look at people who come to you and they tell you, Papaji, I suffer. Do you feel compassion for them? And when they wake up, do you rejoice?
I do feel compassion, because what else is there for me? I have compassion for all beings who are suffering and who are dreaming. I just tell them, wake up, my dear friends, my dear children, wake up. There's no suffering at all. It's only projection of your mind, and which has produced the suffering, and you are dreaming only. Wake up from the dream, and all the suffering will end. Where are the small ones? ये निकल
My expectations had to go on the side in order to meet him. It's not the expectations that get met. When you come to Papaji, it's you who gets met. Before I arrived here, I already saw that my wanting to have my life look a certain way, my marriage be happy, my children be happy, myself be happy, that it wasn't something that I could actually manipulate. And so I saw that the unknown is where to look towards, just to enjoy what is. And then meeting Papaji, he told me, now you've gone to the unknown, now go beyond the unknown. Up until that point, there was still some effort to go towards. I saw that looking towards the unknown produced happiness as a byproduct. And there was a certain effort to do that. Once Papaji made me aware of this, I saw that neither the unknown nor the known, neither of them exist.
How has that affected the quality of your duties, responsibilities? Do you do them any better than before? The same?
They get done in a... There isn't this I that has to do them. They just get done. And in them getting done, they seem to get done more beautifully, more effectively. People around me are happier than they were before when I was really working on things.
Have you been able to communicate any of this to your children?
Yeah, very much so. The way I'm with my children now to when I was their mother, the way they can grow up now is so much more letting them be the beauty that they are.
Most young children drive their mothers crazy at least once a day. Is that still happening to you?
No. There may be moments of saying, oh God, but there isn't that oh God, doesn't have that reality of sweeping me over and making me crazy. It just is a moment, and then there is the next moment. It's so sweet. Life becomes so precious. And children enjoy that. He's a master at just pointing to right here, right now. And that there is absolutely nothing to be added to this moment. No teaching, no teacher, no guru needs to be added, nothing. There's just now.
So would you say that through grace in his presence you now know who you are? Is that a better impersonal way of saying it?
Through grace in his presence. Grace has brought us together. Grace, Papaji's grace and my grace have met. One grace. There has only ever been one grace.
Grace is working in satsang, Papaji. Does it come from you, through you, or is it simply just there?
From grace only. Grace has to come from grace. No? Wave has to come from the ocean. Grace has to come from grace, ocean of grace. Not by any effort, not by anything you can see me. You can see me through my grace. By my grace, you can see me, not by any of your activities, not by anything else that you can see me. By my grace, you will see me. How to see the sun? How? Not by candle, through its own rays, where the rays come from, and rays come from the sun. Through the rays you can see the sun, not otherwise. This is the rays, from where the rays are coming, follow the rays. So this ray is called grace, you see. They will take you the reservoir of the grace, the gracious Lord. You see very well. Okay, very good. Through whose grace the sun shines. The shine of the sun is that grace. Moon in the night. The hardness of the rock. Softness of the flower. Flow of the river. Movement of the air. And wave of the ocean. What is this? That which moves the air, not the movement, not the movement, that which moves the air, not the wave, that which rises the wave from the ocean, that
is the
that.
It's the ultimate mystery then, isn't it? It's the ultimate mystery.
Yeah, call it mystery. And that mysteriousness is called grace. No difference. You can call it mystery. Call it mystery. It is still a mystery, and mystery will remain always secrecy. Secrecy also. Secret. Mystery. So very sacred that you will not be able to tell me, because when I took you to that place, you could not tell me. And this is mystery what you speak, and if it is not a secret, you can speak to me, because I am trying for the last 60 years. Please, I cannot solve this mystery, this secret I cannot know. I am old man, you are very young, you can please speak to me. I want to see face to face, I want to kiss him, I want to kiss her, because I have not seen this beauty anywhere on the face of this planet. Because I am in love with someone that beloved I have not seen, isn't it?
Wow.
One final question, Papaji. All your life, you have been trying to express your own inner experience. Will you please make one more attempt for us? Who are you? What are you? What is your own experience of yourself?
Very easy reply is, I am your own self. I am your own self. And this is truth. How can it be? I am myself only. I am your own self and the self of all the beings that exist and that have to exist.
Can you look for a few seconds directly in the camera, Papaji? We want you to give darshan directly to the people watching. Can you look here and smile at them?
Where? To whom I speak?
Hi.
I see my own reflection. What can I speak? Yes, I see. Yes. Yes, who are you? Who are you? I am. Oh, don't you understand? I am Papaji. Oh, I forgot. That's what I see.